Coming up on this episode of the Girls Group Chat podcast.
Your bitch is a fiance, like.
Unreal.
What the fuck?
Crying already.
Oh God.
Oh my god. Why is he down there?
I've got butterflies.
What's happening? My heart's racing.
And we both just stared at each other and I just went, no.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Girls Group Chat podcast with me, Jordan.
Me, Shannon.
Me, Olivia.
And me, Diona.
Did you look at the right camera?
Yes, but I also went to speak after you. It's fine.
Well, that's okay. Just want to welcome you along to a brand new week on the pod, but also a special mention to our Patreon subscribers. If you're not on there already, what are you doing? It's £1 a week, £4 a month, and we'd love to have you there. It's a special week community where you get loads of bonus content, a weekly bonus episode. There's loads of bonus vlogs. There's so much going on up there in the next wee while. We're a bit overwhelmed, but it's all for your entertainment.
It's juicy.
You can find us at patreon.com/the Girls Group Chat podcast. There's also early access to tickets for events. You'll find all our old content on there as well. So if you join it, you could book a week off work and you wouldn't run out of content to binge.
And if you're
stuff.
lucky, we might sell tickets to Olivia's wedding.
Hey.
And we're not going to talk about the engagement because you have to pay for that sort of content.
Yeah.
No, only joking. Olivia, you're engaged.
Congratulations,
Olivia.
Your bitch is a fiance, like.
Unreal.
What the fuck?
Do you know you're are you a fiance or a fiance? What's the thing?
I actually only knew this because Jordan commented on my, because I wrote fiance with just one E.
Which is 2 E's for the girl, is it?
Two
Yeah.
E's for the girls, so Jordan wrote fiance, but it's fiance. It's still the same word, isn't it?
It's fiance and fiance.
It's just a male version.
Oh, I
or
didn't
female
know there
version.
was
Do you
male and
pronounce it
female.
different?
Because is it French? Is it a French?
It's French.
So
Yeah.
it's French for person you intend to marry, and then fiance with one E and an acute is male, and then 2 E's is female. And the way to remember that is there's 2 E's in female and 1 E in a male.
Oh,
Is
I was
it-
going to say 2 E's are better than one on a night out, but that's okay. I'm only joking.
Never forget that either.
It's so funny though that fiance just sounds so weird in our accents. Like you're like my fiance, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I
Jesus
felt
Christ.
when we were engaged that saying fiance sounds like you're bragging. Like when you, like saying my boyfriend is fine, and then saying my husband, it's like the old ball and chain. But fiance is like me and my fiance. It's like you walk into the room hand first.
It's like, do you know that thing whenever you don't normally wear hats and then you wear a hat one day and you're like, everyone's looking at me.
That's
But
a
like,
word I
everyone
should
should
use.
if you say fiance, that everyone's going to stop and just turn and look at you and be like, what did you say?
No,
Have you got
literally.
used to saying it?
No, I heard Ben said on a work call earlier, he was like, oh yeah, my fiance, and I was like, who is he talking about? It's me,
Awkward.
the child bride.
Does
my
it make
gosh.
you like all, do you know, like all shy and going on? Well, he just called me his fiance.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, do you like still love me? And he's like, we're engaged.
Did you, now I know you're going to tell us your engagement story.
Yeah.
But did you get embarrassed?
No, I loved it.
Because I know people who could get really embarrassed when they get proposed to. But you know, like, because it's like, just like
Eyes
a
on
weird
you.
moment,
Well,
you know?
we had a full fucking ferry go past us at the time, so if I was embarrassed, that would have been the time. But I loved it. But I think I like didn't even think of anyone else but him at that moment. Like I actually didn't see anybody. Like until after I watched the video back and I was like, there was a fucking boat. Like,
And they beat
they
the
beat
horn.
you, yeah, and there was people on like the side of the road or whatever, and like I just don't remember any of it apart from him.
Do you know that is beautiful? But do you know there's nothing more joyous if you witness somebody being proposed to?
Oh
It's
my
like,
god.
oh my god, I got to see that. It's
Yeah.
magic.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the people that seen that were like, holy
Feels
shit.
illegal almost.
Yeah.
In a great way.
I would love to be the person who like captures someone's engagement and sends it to them.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like I'd love somebody from the boat to send
To randomly
like
find
the-
you.
see their like point of view, you know, but
Yeah.
I obviously
Did you,
haven't.
did you see that video that went viral a few weeks ago of like the man who set the camera up to propose to his then fiance and some old couple just stand in front, the guy with his belly and all just completely blocked the whole video. There's no footage of it now.
You'd fucking
So funny.
die, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like
So
you'd
it
die.
is such a thing now of video, and it wasn't really a thing. It was maybe if
No.
you'd done social media, but now like even people that don't even really post on social media,
Yeah.
you have to have the video.
Of course.
But I like it because it's like
Yeah.
your memory.
That's such a
Oh
nice
yeah,
moment to
and
have.
definitely I think if we didn't have the video, like you black out, like
Yes.
like I completely blacked out due to shock. So if we didn't have the video, I don't know if I'd fully remember it.
Or believe it.
So
Do you know what I
you said before you went that you were both planning date days, date nights,
Aye.
and this was obviously decoy for, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that was my idea.
Oh, he was
So-
probably like happy,
Happy
days.
days. So when we go on holidays, we love to do like activities. We'll always book like a boat trip or like wine tasting or
Sounds
like
like Step Brothers. More room for activities.
activities. We always like rent like bikes or kayaks and all, and we love doing that. So when we were going on holidays, I was like, oh my god, we should like book a day each and do like a date day. And he was like, aye, that's grand. So whenever ages away after that, I was like, have you booked yours? He was like, aye, have you not booked yours? I was like, yeah. So the day of I was like, what the fuck am I wearing this? Like, am I wearing leggings or am I wearing like a dress or whatever? And he was, I think people kept being like to me, how did you not know? And he was so fucking like nonchalant about the whole
Unreal.
thing.
Laid back.
Like he was lying in the bed watching TikToks, and I was like, what am I wearing? What? He was like, fuck, I don't know, like you know, like if you're going for dinner or you're going for a drink or something. Like he was saying really obscure, vague things. Like,
Yeah.
Amazing.
just if you're leaving the house, you know.
This isn't his first proposal.
I feel like he's gone to like acting classes or something. Like everyone that was
love
involved
it.
was like needs to be nominated for an Oscar. But that was grand anyway. Got dressed in a fucking dress that I got from Shein 4 years ago. I literally goes to him, do I need to iron this? And he was like, nah, it's 100%. It was so creased. Like, I
But it was
mean,
gorgeous. The
Yeah, it
yellow
was
one.
beautiful.
it's so cute. It has a fucking stain on the back. And
Here,
it's
you can only
like-
see his front
you
here.
wouldn't even know, but like fully creased and all. I forgot all my eyebrow products, so I brushed my eyebrows with my toothbrush.
Love that.
Wow.
And like for once, I actually really liked my makeup and my hair, so I was like, oh, it's grand, whatever. But we got to he was like to me, oh yeah, we're getting a bus to we kept calling it his event, right? I was like, where's your event at? He was like, oh, we're getting a bus to my event. So he rocks up to the bus station, he danders out, and he's like, fuck me, we can't go to 4 o'clock. And it was 12 o'clock in the day, and I was like, why? He was like, the bus is full to 4. I was like, fuck. And I sat on the bus station on the wee table, and I was like, imagine you were planning an engagement or something, you'd be fucking raging, wouldn't you? And he was like, I know, you'd die. Come on. And he was like, well, we'll go for lunch here. And I was like, guys, so we went for lunch, we had a few drinks, and we were just like chatting away, like how we had the nicest wee afternoon ever. And he was like, right, we must go get this bus. So where we were staying in Lorette de Mar is an hour from Barcelona. So whenever he handed me my ticket, I seen Barcelona on it, and I was like, oh my god, we're going back to Barcelona, because we went to Barcelona on our first ever holiday.
Ah, cute.
And I was like, oh my god, that's mad, we're going to Barcelona. So we got the bus down, and then he took me to a wee restaurant that we went to the first time we were there, and it was like, you know when you go somewhere, it's a real core memory. Like when I think of that holiday, I think of this wee restaurant. We had like sangria and all, and just sat like talking away, and we hadn't been together that long. So he took me there, and I was like, how did you remember where that was? He was like, sure, I seen it on your Instagram highlights. Like I went through and to try and find the thing.
Ah, cute.
Smart.
So I was like, oh, this is the event. Like, this is the date. And I was like, oh, this is great. So we were chilling anyway. And he was like, I've another wee thing planned, so like finish your drink there. But he was so chill. I was like, right, what time's that? He was like, oh, fuck, it'll be all right. We'll just down down here. And I had
I'm crying already.
Oh, God.
I had like blisters and all, and he was like, do you want to go to the pharmacy? Like, he was in no rush whatsoever.
So was it not booked for a certain time?
It was, but he
Oh,
was
he just knew time.
Ben's real telltale if he's stressed, like he starts to freak out. So he was telling me after, obviously, that he was trying his best. He was panicking inside, but he was like, I can't give away that this is happening.
It'll make it obvious.
Make it so obvious. So he was
my
like,
God.
I actually will stop into the pharmacy. And I was like, fuck, we're going to be late for your thing, whatever. So we land down anyway. And I was like, we'll go into the harbour. I was like, oh, we're getting a boat. And he was like, yeah, we're getting a boat. So we gets onto the boat, and there was a captain and like a skipper, a wee girl. She's not a wee girl, just older than us. And she had a camera. And the captain was like, oh, there was supposed to be really bad weather today in Barcelona, and there was obviously other people supposed to be on the boat, but they all cancelled, so it's just yous. He turns around to me and he goes, fuck me, people are going to think I booked this for me and you. And I was like, oh my god, LOL, like that's so funny, because we're so not like that.
So he got them to lie.
He told
Yeah.
the captain that, yeah.
So they had the 3 of them had a wee chat, like before, obviously they'd been emailing each other.
Oh no, I can't cope
And
with
this
it.
man has had his notifications off for months, and I didn't notice. Like, he was like, I felt like I was having an
the
affair.
text whenever
Yeah.
you seen his phone.
Yeah, so he had organised for a
Clever.
photographer to be
Jordan's
there.
away.
Jordan's gone.
She's gone.
So he had organised for a photographer to be there, obviously the boy driving the boat, and then him. So they had the captain and I. So he was like, oh yeah, there's only you 2 here now, so we'll just like, and the captain was class. He was like, don't really know what do you want to do. We'll just go around the harbour and we'll go for a wee drive and see how we get on. I was like, aye, sure, here. And then that was grand. The girl with the camera, she was like, oh, like I do social media for the bus. The bus. I do social media for the boat. Is it okay if I take a few photos? And I was like, oh yeah, of course, because obviously we do social media. So I just wanted to make her life easy.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, so awkward. She was obviously expecting a crowd. Reasons having
Oh, no.
Like I just helped her out and all. She was taking loads of photos of like the boat itself. So I was like, that's so normal. And every other
She's great
boat,
as well.
She's brilliant. And every other boat I've been on, like we did a boat for Ben's sister's hen, and there was a girl taking photos on it as well. So I was just like, oh, obviously every boat company must have a girl that takes photos.
Yeah.
So that's fine. And then, of course, what do you do when you're from Northern Ireland and you're on a boat? You mentioned Titanic.
Yeah.
Fucking obviously. So I literally can't sit in silence. I was like, and where are you from then? And like, have you worked together for long? And they were like, yeah, 3 years. Like lying on the spot. Them 2 had never met.
Oh my god.
Never met before. They were like, we've worked together 3 years. I moved here, blah, blah. They were just talking pure shite. And I was just believing it all.
Lapping it up.
Started talking about Titanic. Your man, obviously, the captain knew about obviously they knew about the Titanic, but we were chatting away. And when we were coming around
Being
the
in
corner,
the boat industry himself.
we were coming around the corner, the sun was setting, and she was like, oh, do you just want to get a photo at the front of the boat? And we were like, oh yeah, of course. And Ben was like, you don't have to. Like, are you sure you wanna?
Imagine
I was like, no. I was like, Ben.
Actually, Noah didn't get me eyebrows the way I wanted him today.
And I was like, are you sure? Because we were just sitting here having a wee drink, and he was like, are you sure? Like, could you be bothered? And I was like, oh, fucking let this girl live.
You guys already know that we are huge fans of iconic brands around here. Our Olivia recently had her own bundle out with them, and everyone went mental for it. It's one of them brands that just get it whenever it comes to getting that flawless glow.
We love it. And they also just released their own skincare range, which is unbelievable. It is so hydrating. It leaves your skin so well prepped for the week ahead, whether you're doing a fresh layer of tan, whether you're going out with the girls, or having a makeup free day.
It feels luxurious without having that luxury price tag. It's affordable, it's accessible, and it's also an Irish brand, so it makes you feel extra good about picking that up.
And because you're part of our girls group chat gang, you can get 30% off everything at iconicbronze.ie using our code, which is girlsgroupchat30. Stock up on your favourites and you can glow all year round.
Autumn is here and we are craving something warm and hearty, and that is where HelloFresh comes in, bringing you comforting, chef-driven recipes and seasonal fresh ingredients delivered straight to your door. And they have leveled up this season with the biggest refresh of their menu yet, so you can say hello to a new way to do dinner.
HelloFresh has doubled its menu, so you now can choose from 100 options each week, including new seasonal dishes and recipes from around the world, plus gorgeous new seasonal produce each week. The bigger portions will keep everyone satisfied, and you'll feel healthier with their high protein and veggie packed recipes.
Now, if you're feeling bougie, you can get steak and seafood options delivered at no extra cost, which is absolutely unreal. Now, I talk about this all the time. My husband's a chef. I don't do very much cooking, but when I do, and I reach for HelloFresh, it takes all the hassle out of it for me, and he's really impressed by what I churn out. So if you want to make life easier for yourself and impress with delicious dinners, you need HelloFresh.
Yes, the best way to cook just got better, so take yourselves to hellofresh.com/TGGC10FM now to get free 10 meals and a free item for life. Now, these are the T's and C's, so I'm going to read them so that I don't mess them up. So, 1 per box with active subscription, free meals applied at the discount on first box, new subscribers only, varies by plan. There we go, that's it. So, take yourself to hellofresh.com/TGGC10FM to get 10 free meals and a free item for life.
We are so excited that That Prize Guy is a proud sponsor of the Girls Group Chat podcast. If you haven't heard about That Prize Guy competitions, come out from under your rock.
The current competitions are 70k cash, 50k cash and 40k cash. They give these away almost every single day, and they give away cars such as Land Rover Defenders, Audis Q3 and the most unreal holiday destinations like Mexico.
And you can get in touch for like wedding favours and private event competitions. There's loads of instant win competitions on the website, so you literally enter, and if you the money goes into your account there and then, which is obviously class. And you might even join loads of people who are now millionaires thanks to That Prize Guy.
Absolutely class. So go give yourself a chance to win. Head to thatprizeguy.co.uk and please remember to play responsibly. Keep it fun.
Just trying to do her fucking job. So I was like, get up anyway. And then he was like, right. And we walked down to got a wee photo there. And she was like, oh, do you know what would be so funny? Do the Titanic pose.
No!
I couldn't have set this up better for
Couldn't
these
have
people.
fucking set it up better for
You
them,
did
right?
so many favours without even knowing.
I know.
So I was like, oh, that's we're
Deadly.
fair play to you, Martina. That's fucking deadly.
This photo's going to get a lot of likes,
And
boys.
I gave him luck, being like, fucking do it. Don't be arguing with this girl. So I turned around anyway, and I was just nosing at everyone. And then she goes, oh, actually, turn around a wee second, Olivia. And I turned around, and he was on one knee. Right? So he was...
So cute.
So he was down on one knee, and I literally just was like... And I had there's a whole... She's videoing it as well on her phone's attached to her camera.
Yeah.
So she's taking photos, and it's happening, and he starts talking, and I remember just being like, oh my God, why is he down there?
I've got butterflies.
What's happening? My heart's racing.
Aye.
And then I just remember the boat like being like, but the captain of that boat did so well to spot it, I think, because they did it straight away. People on the boat were like shouting over at us, and people on the street were shouting over too. And he spoke for about a minute.
Oh my God, that's long.
So he did. I don't actually remember what he said, but he told me what he said.
Having a clue.
Having a clue, and you can't hear him on the video either. So he told me what he said afterwards, like when we went for a wee drink after. But at the time, I was just like staring at him, and I kept being like, "Shut up, shut up! This is not happening." And then obviously he said yes or whatever. And then the photographer, she was like, "I'll give you a wee minute." So we just sat at the top of the boat and just like sat there and we're like, oh my God, we're engaged. Like, that's mad. And then whenever I came back down, I was like, you fuckers are all in on it. And they were like, yeah, obviously. And she was like, I don't know him. Like, we just met.
That's amazing.
So then they were telling us that they had been in like cahoots for months. So they'd planned all this. And that's why Ben was like, oh, I think we should go to Lorette tomorrow. That's why we chose we were going to go to holiday, because it was close to Barcelona, because we were between 2 holiday places. But
that is so adorable.
and I was
so nice.
I was all like to him.
We should have done this at the end of our recordings.
I know.
So that Jordan
I goes to him.
Having a hope.
I goes to him, and it's mad nobody else turned up for the boat. And he was like, Olivia, I booked the boat out.
Oh, you still hadn't got on?
Oh,
He
that's
was like,
amazing.
I was like, oh, right.
You're like, everything
know-
really worked in our favour.
I think one of the most amazing photographs I've ever seen is that one of Ben. You're turned away, looking out,
turning round.
ready to do the Titanic pose, and he's turned to camera, coyly going for the ring, and it's almost like his last moments as a free man. Nobody's looking at the camera, like so excited.
Yeah.
And he's almost like she's no idea, and it's so brilliantly captured. I
Yeah.
think it's
He
amazing.
done it so well.
Beautiful.
Well done, Ben.
Oh, he did so well. And like, he chose the ring and all himself. He was saying, because obviously afterwards I was like, we need a fucking debrief.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what
yeah.
do you mean? Because we had been out for dinner the night before, and his ones are always like, when are you going to propose and whatever else, and they grill him all the time, especially when we're drunk. And I'm so surprised he never ever ever let it slip.
Yeah.
But he told nobody, so not one person knew apart from us. And there was just that brief like bit of time where we only knew that we were engaged. Obviously Martina,
You
and
said
Mark.
Martina and the captain.
Us, Martina and Mark knew, like, but like only us knew, and it was so special. And like the ring and all, like I just hadn't a fucking notion. But
Beautiful.
he,
The
the night
ring's
before
stunning.
when we were at dinner, he was like, fuck, I don't know why people keep asking us to get engaged. Like, we've just bought a house. Like, I just feel like, why can't people just let us live?
Let us live.
And he was so convincing.
He's been sitting planning this all in his head, like what one-liners can I throw out to really
Literally.
throw her off the set.
And he was like, we just bought a house and all, like one thing at a time and all this here. And he had like, he was like I have a plan and all for when I'm going to do it. I was like, oh, right, okay. And we were in London's doing like an ad a couple of weeks ago for Belfast, and he was sitting there. The girl was like, do you want to try on some engagement rings? I was like, all right, LOL, like they're about 20 grand, but sure, I'll try
Yeah.
one. And he was like, what's clarity mean? And like, what is the goal? Like, can you get different color bands and all? And like, just asking all these mad questions to because I was like,
Throwing you off the scent.
don't fella hasn't a clue.
Clueless, like.
But yeah, then we had our like we rang everybody in the bus station. Bus station packed. Everyone pure staring at us as if to say like, would you ever fuck up? Because every time we rang someone, we were like, everyone's squealing, everyone's screaming, crying. But like, rang mummy first, and she was like, she was holding the phone, and I was like this, and she was like, well. And then she was like, started screaming, and the phone was like shaking. I was like, hello. And then told my daddy and my brother, and then we rang like Ben's mummy and stuff, and obviously rang yous and some of the girls and some of his friends. It was just like unreal because everybody answered the phone.
Yeah.
And everyone answered at one time. It was mad.
And it's just such a bubble of happiness, isn't it? It's such a buzz because everyone's just like, everyone's so excited for you. It's just, it's the best news to deliver, isn't it?
Honestly,
It's
like
great.
I was sitting in the house and I was just sitting doing a wee bit of work and the phone rang and it was Olivia's making a group chat or group call on the
And you
GGC
just
WhatsApp
knew.
group, and I went to bed. Fuck! Oh my god, I couldn't answer the phone faster, and I
I
just
know.
screamed and burst into tears.
When I seen your video that day about going out for a date that he has organised, was it you I messaged?
Yeah.
Oh, she's getting
Do
engaged.
you know what's so funny? Nicole, my friend, the next day whenever you posted it all, she messaged me and was like, what about Olivia getting engaged? I knew, I seen her video. And I was like, I hadn't seen your video. So then I went on to watch it, and then I seen people commenting the rings. And betcha Ben was going, well, you all fuck
But
off.
that's what I mean, because I was
know.
I had posted it before we'd left the hotel room, and I was like, oh fuck me, people are posting rings, and he was like, fuck, they don't need to get a life. Like, he was like,
I feel like whenever you're dating and you get to a certain point where like, you know, you're living together and it's obvious you're going to get married and you're like, you know, a certain age, whatever. I feel like you can't go out to dinner without someone being like, you're going to get engaged. And that drove me nuts with an ex of mine, like everywhere we went. And it's a bit like Ben was saying, albeit he was acting, you know, can people let us fucking live? It's like, we're just going on a nice holiday. That's enough. There doesn't need to be a ring attached.
Yeah.
So when Diona texted me saying like, oh, do you think Olivia's going to get engaged today? I totally bought the whole, oh, we're planning a surprise date day for each other thing. I was
yes,
like,
but that's like something we do.
This is just what they're doing on their holiday. But I'd fucking love her to get engaged. And then lo and behold.
And then it's as soon as you get married, they're like, he's having a baby soon. Like, it's like,
know.
people can't let you sit in something.
But even like the day after, the fucking Sunday World was, I don't even know if I'm allowed to talk about the fucking Sunday World, whatever, but they rang me being like, well, if you set a date, I was like, fucking leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like,
The next day.
I've been engaged 24 fucking hours because I posted it. We'd been it was the night before, obviously, rang all yous, and then I didn't post it the next morning. And then they were straight on my case then that day.
Yeah.
So I was like,
But I imagine you'll be a very efficient wedding planner.
Yeah.
Because you've done the rounds. Like you've been at all the venues, you've
Yeah.
seen all the dresses, you've seen, weddings inside out.
And you
that
know what
you'll
you
just
want.
be like bang, bang,
You've
bang.
always
Aye.
said that you know what you want.
But
Aye,
that
wedding
the
plan's
message
crazy.
I sent you was because someone had sent me the exact same thing when I got engaged, like enjoy your wee bubble of bliss, because
Yeah.
you do have to, because people do straight away want to be like, when's the wedding, where are you getting married,
Yeah.
what's this, and like you have to bask, and like your engagement is such a monumental life occasion.
Yeah.
You have to just take a few weeks. I remember like for weeks we drank every night, we ate whatever we wanted, we were like
Yeah.
living the life as if it was Christmas time. So we were like, we deserve to enjoy this
We're
time.
celebrating.
And
It
you're like
happens
the busiest
once.
we be, and you can't maybe like bask quite as much as you might like to, but any opportunity you get, just remind yourself, I'm engaged and this is my time. Like,
I
it's
know.
so lovely.
And the thing is too, I think it's people's like, oh well, when are you getting married? Because my cousin, she got engaged there, and it was the same thing. Right, when are you booking the wedding? When's it going to be? Some people just want to get engaged as a symbol.
That's the
of,
commitment.
I'm
That's
going to
it.
marry you, and it might be 4 or 5 years later, and they've no plans to start planning a wedding.
Yeah.
Where people just automatically assume you get engaged, you start planning straight away.
Yeah.
Where a lot of people, it's more like a commitment thing.
I did
Yeah.
that thing where we got engaged and I was like, oh, well, we'll plan whatever. And then the next day I realised that is not my personality. And I was like, I will have it planned by midnight. You know what I mean?
There does come this overwhelming point though, I don't know if you've had it yet, where you go, how do you begin planning a wedding?
Oh, it's
Obviously there's
happened
loads
this
of
week.
choices
You're
to
not
make,
seeing
but
a
it's like you
video.
have to pick a starting point.
It's scary.
Are you
Yeah.
going to use a wedding planner? You'll
Like
not
an
need
actual
one.
person?
Aye.
I thought you meant like a book.
Here
I was
she
like,
is.
book, yeah,
My
yeah.
gift to you is
Yeah.
Diona.
Yeah.
So the problem, it's not definitely not a problem, but like the thing we have that kind of puts we need to start doing this is because I obviously do bridal makeup for anybody that doesn't know that, and I was supposed to open my book on holidays for 2027.
Flip.
So obviously I didn't know I was getting engaged, but that book should already be open. So now it's kind of like, if we want to get married in 2027,
You need a
which
date.
is obviously 2 years from now, we need to know what we're doing so that I can
Sure.
book that out, because I
Yes.
don't want to have to
Work
be like, oh, I
around other
can't get
people.
married that day, I can't get, do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And all the good dates go so quick. So it's sort of like, not we need to get sorted, but it's like if we want to, and also the venues book up.
I was going to say, start with the date and the venue,
Yeah.
and then take it from there.
Like
Yeah.
I've messaged a couple of the ones that I've done weddings in that I really like, and they were like, oh yeah, we've not on to 2028, and I was like,
Mad.
I could be dead.
That's
Do you,
crazy.
do you know what? No, I know
Hopefully
it's
you'll not
crazy.
be.
I know,
Do you know
but
whenever
I'm
we
mad.
went to view, we got married in Cabra Castle, and we went to view it. It was the only place we viewed as well, because I'm just like, I was like, I can't be arsed going around them all, and I just wanted
Aye.
to be efficient, and it was gorgeous. But they like bring you in and they give you your lunch and they walk you around, they schmooze you and they show you
Class.
what you could. And there's a wedding set up. Like there was whenever we
Yeah.
went down, there was a wedding set up because it was somebody was getting married that day. There's always somebody getting married, and it's just you're just like, could this be mine? Like it's on. You're just like,
Yes.
what the hell? And by the way, my wedding was the second wedding I'd ever been to.
I'd
I'd never been to loads of weddings, so I didn't really know what people did except for get married.
But that's it. I kind of was like, people were like, you gonna have a band? And I'm like, I don't really know what people be doing. Like,
I know.
because all the weddings I've been at are either like abroad. I've only been to 2 here, and one was at Christmas time, so it was like Christmassy.
I think you do what you like.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like I've been to loads of different ones. People have DJs, people have live music, and but it's what you like. Don't think of anyone else. It's what you enjoy.
best
Do you
Yeah.
know
Your
Roz Purcell from Rosanna Purcell from
Uh-huh.
down? She put up a thing. She does like the hike life and so. She put up a thing the other day saying that her and her fiance are not party people. They're not like they're in bed by 8 or 9 every night. And she was like, "What if we just didn't do an evening part? What if we just all had our dinner and then everyone went home?" She's like,
Called
"All
it
my
quits.
friends and family wouldn't be. We're like prescribing what a wedding should be, and
Yeah.
then we're fulfilling that. Even though I don't think anybody who's going to come to my wedding would actually
wanna
want
do
to
that.
go out and
Yeah.
party or want to be up dancing and drinking all night." So she was like, "So maybe we should just not do that, but then he robbing people who might want to do that. You know,
Yeah.
it is like,
They can go into the town.
yeah,
They
exactly.
can go to the bar.
Exactly.
You do, I think you do what you like, and you don't think about other people at your wedding.
I know what
No,
the biggest
definitely.
choice for you is going to be.
Wow.
What hair are you
I
wearing?
know.
But I know somebody actually commented that the other day. I was
Oh.
like, let me live, boys.
Yeah.
Oh no, like we're going to let you live, but
Yeah.
I'll be thinking about
No,
that from now till
And you
2027.
obviously need to wear one of your own collection.
And you
But-
don't tell anyone either.
No, and
Except
will I
me.
have one?
No,
Or
you
two.
will not have one.
I won't have one. I don't even have one in one day. Like, I
No.
had different hair earlier.
Yeah,
Like,
I'll
it's-
not even have one.
Obviously got 2 or 3. Like,
Yeah.
I can't. Oh, you're going to be crying. You're going to be so stunned.
She's crying thinking about it.
You are. You're just the most beautiful bride ever. Like, I can't cope.
this house is just gonna be Jordan.
It's just gonna be Jordan crying. God love you. Here,
But, oh,
speaking of weddings, but I was at fellow comedian Andrew Ryan's wedding a few weeks ago. Stunning, beautiful wedding, absolutely gorgeous day. As soon as I saw his wife, now wife Julie, enter, and all the wee kids walked down in front of them, all the wee nieces and nephews, and I was all immediately going, oh my God, I'm going to lose my shit. And one of them was, she owns like a wedding business where they make all the signs and stuff. And the kids were coming in holding up like, do you like those hearts that she'd made? And it was all like, Uncle Andrew's getting married and all. And I was all, I'm going to lose it. But anyway, all very wholesome, beautiful, beautiful day. And later on during the meals, before the speeches started, I went to the toilet, forgot to lock the door, knickers around my ankles, and some fella walked in.
Oh, it
Isn't that lovely?
Twist I was expecting.
Where was your dress, up or down?
Oh,
Up.
put the tears away here.
No, my dress wasn't down because I had no bra either, but like my dress was up, my thong was sat around, it wasn't my ankles, it was like around my kneecaps.
Nice.
And I was sat there, and also it was like a big bathroom, and I had not locked the door, and he walked in, and we both just stared at each other, and I just went, no. And that's all I could muster. And then he left, and then obviously it was the banter the rest of the night. Then like I'm coming over, we were all, every time I walked past, it was all, are you away for another pish? Shut the door.
He's a
And I was like,
bold man for that.
do you know what it was too? I think because I'm a comedian, people think they can push the boundaries with the banter they have with me.
They
and
think they can try and be
like,
extra funny.
If
Yeah.
Ben walked in a girl in a bathroom, I'd be like, right, apologise profusely and never mention it again. That was
Yeah.
mortifying.
Right,
Like,
or
I
left.
wouldn't be like, here, make
Go
that a
wind her
joke
up.
with her all fucking night
I
long.
was at breakfast the next morning. It was like,
Stop.
oh, I hope you went to the toilet before you came down. And I was like, and Sean's just like, yep.
I feel like he needs to be arrested.
Yeah, it was like,
Speaking of bathroom weddings at bathrooms.
wow, wait.
I'm getting married in a bathroom.
Bathrooms at weddings. Like I've been to a few that, you know, they put the wee flip flops and whatever else, and you know, a bit of deodorant and a wee whatever. Holy smokes! The wedding I was at the same night as you, or same weekend as you,
Yeah, same
was it?
weekend.
The weekend before. I have never seen a bathroom like it. I swear, I had to actually stop and go, you get sent PR, don't take shit. Take the
Yeah,
flip
yeah,
flops
yeah.
and leave. The flip flops weren't flip flops. You know the slippers I got used
Oh,
on?
aye.
Yeah.
Everyone got a pair of them.
Nice.
Oh, Jesus.
Like
Unreal.
£6 slippers, right? There was makeup bags made up about this size
We
in
touch up
baskets
kits.
with everything. I don't mean cheap shit either. I mean good shit. I
Oh
had
my
to be like,
God.
don't take it. Kieran's mum got one. They had trying to think what else. Oh, like, you know, fans like to cool you down.
Nice.
Yeah.
And when they opened up, they were in the shape of a heart.
Oh my
my
God.
God.
Personalised about the wedding details. There was like a wee stand with all different bits of makeup, hairsprays, Voodoo's hairspray. Blah. I literally walked in and I was like, am I just sitting in the bathroom
Unreal.
all night?
Aye.
Unbelievable.
It was
Do you know my
incredible.
favourite bit that people set up at a wedding is the pick a mix stand?
Oh, I
Do you
didn't
know?
do that.
Oh,
But you love a pick and mix.
fucking
What's your favourite
balls.
thing about anywhere?
Buzz.
You go to Disney World in Florida and we're like, we're sweet.
The
It's
sweets
just-
is great.
I don't go anywhere without a bag of sweets. But like, if there's kids at the wedding though, people will do that. Like they'll put up a
Yeah.
wee stand and they'll fill jars with all the sweets, and I'm always over. And I did that at Andrew's wedding, and I've done it at any wedding I've been to. I'm standing there with a big bag going, I'm just gonna fill a bag of sweets for the kids to bring home really loudly. So people are going, oh, I should do them one each. That wouldn't be fair. And I have them ate before the dinner's out, like. And I'll take a wee bag with me going, I can't mind where I stuck that last bag of sweets.
Fiona can't eat her dinner because she just stuffed
So
her
full
face
of
with
sweets.
I'm
sweets.
full of Haribo.
It's like you
And
tell
an
the
absolute
kids,
sugar rush.
no sweeties until after you eat your dinner.
Yeah.
Fiona's sitting there with a sore belly like, fuck.
I know. I absolutely love it. See, when I see it, I'm like, yes, you've done good.
Have we ever told your engagement stories on the podcast?
I don't believe so, but
I
it's
don't
like
think so.
the night that we decided we were doing a podcast, like
We
for
did
mad bitches, we
Yeah.
touched on it.
Yeah.
I don't know
But we
if you
haven't
told
done it
us
on
yours.
the pod.
Can you tell everybody how you and Ben met? I love your whole like story. Can you go from start to engagement?
I'd love to. Yes.
Take
Go
us
on
day
then.
by day.
Yeah.
Day by
I think
day.
we got this full thing the night of our sleepover, didn't we?
Did we?
We
Oh
got
yeah,
from
yeah.
them meetings-
Was it Jordan
I don't know
and
what
Karen?
was said the night of that
we
sleepover.
we got in depth.
We
but
did. But you can give
No.
us a brief.
Do you know what I
overview.
The
loved it?
abridged version.
The best thing about whenever we went for a sleepover, we were all having a drink and everyone was having a bit of crack. But and Jordan has stories coming out of her tits. Like, and any time Jordan was about to do a really good bit, she would just stand up
And acted out.
and go into, and then we were just like, yes, there's a bit happening. We're about to see a bit.
I'm
There's a
trying
character
even
coming.
like thinking about the stories that Jordan told that night.
No, also,
I honestly woke up with a 6-pack.
but I partly missed the best one because I went to
did.
bed just before you, and then you were like, we need to tell Diona that story the next time, right?
Me and
So
Shannon were crying, laughing in the bed. Like,
tell
and-
us how you met.
Right. I'll stop. No, I'm joking. It's not actually that interesting. We just met on Bumble. But I had just finished dating the worst person ever. I think I've talked about him on this pod before. Just
Banger
like,
boy.
not Banger
even
Boy.
Banger Boy.
See, Banger Boy and anyone else I've ever dated. If I saw them in the street and
Just
caught
say,
their
"Oh,
eye,
I
I'd be
know
like,
which
okay,
one
yeah.
we're talking about now.
But like, I mean,
yeah.
I was about to say something really horrible, but I've no patience for this man. So anyway, just finished him. I'd sworn off, man. I was like, never dating someone ever again. And then a few days later, I was bored, and I was like, well, I'll go on Bumble and see what's on there. Like, I'll read the menu. I don't have to eat.
Yeah.
And then there was Ben on Bumble, and it said that he owned a restaurant that I really liked at the time. And I was like, oh, fuck, he's a cook and he's got a restaurant. I'll match with him. And then my first message I sent him was, hi, I love your restaurant. And he was like, another influencer looking for a free meal. And so we met up, and he said he didn't know if it was a date or a business meeting, if I was going to be like, give me meals and I'll post photos for you. But yeah, we met up, and literally on the first date I knew we would get married 100%. And we moved in together 6 weeks later. And I was saying to Olivia earlier on, do you ever get wee ties with your partner or your boyfriend or whoever? It's really naff, but you just be like, I fucking love you so much. Like, me and Ben had a wee full-on date day yesterday, and I still, 4.5 years later, just be like, I'm obsessed with you. Like, I just think you're the best thing ever. He's just a really good man. Like, I just adore him, and knew we'd get married from the moment we met. But we were only together, that was in the June. We got engaged in the January, so it was only 7 months. But prior to that, I got really annoyed at him because he didn't propose to me on another occasion.
That's right.
I think it was about 3 months in, and I was expecting the ring, and he was like, give me a second. Like, let me learn.
You couldn't
a lot
even
more
get
about
one
you."
ordered in that time frame.
Honestly.
You were like, why are there other people on this boat?
Yeah, genuinely. So anyway, he got my ring specially made and designed for me and stuff, and he had picked out the diamond and learned about the clarity and the carats and all that sort of stuff. He'd take great pride in being very detail orientated. And then I love teddy bears, which will surprise probably no one because I'm a Disney adult and I'm a big child. But I have like 3 teddies on the bed, and he got me like this beautiful teddy bear made with a bow on it, and it said on the foot, "Baby, marry me." And we went to Loch Esk, which is like a castle, and we had this like beautiful big suite, and he had it filled with roses and champagne, and gave me the bear, and had like a little speech and all planned, a wee poem, and it was so amazing. It was gorgeous.
Wow.
And he had asked Mum and Dad for their permission and stuff, and then when we FaceTimed them, Mum had the balloons and banners up
She
behind
knew
her.
it was that night.
Yeah, and she's like, we've been sitting here all evening. And it was just magical. Like, I'm sure you probably felt the same, but FaceTiming everybody was just
Great.
so special. Like, seeing everybody's shock and surprise and happiness, it was just totally, totally amazing. And I've had friends in the past who got engaged, and after like a week they go, oh, I'm so sick of telling the story. I love to, like,
talking about
especially at the time because it was so fresh, I loved going into every single moment and every single detail of the
Reliving
day.
it nearly.
Yeah. And he had also contacted my nail girl and told her like, oh, when Jordan's in for like her appointment near when we were going away.
Now
make
that's
sure
clever.
Wow.
That is brilliant.
Yeah, he was
Whoa.
like, make sure she gets something that she's gonna want
In a photo.
in photos, kind of
That's
thing.
wow.
good.
That is a
really
tip.
smart.
If there are any men listening, like if you're or any women listening who are going to propose to a woman, get in touch with a nail
Yeah,
girl. That's
that's really,
amazing.
really
He was lucky because I was getting my nails done regularly, so I was a 2 or 3 week girl anyway, and my nail girl could have said to me, here, we're going to do like neon snake skin this week, and I've been like, grand.
It is so funny. Like, oh, there's the old 2 or 3 week girl coming on here now.
There she is again.
The wee 2 to 3 weeker.
2 week wonder.
That is.
But I
Neon snakes, did you say?
literally, she could have said to me, we're doing this, and I'd be like, I grand, no problem.
Oh, is it?
I
I'll see you in
changed
2
in
weeks.
2
anyway.
weeks.
Yeah, and also I just like totally trusted her judgment. So that week she was like, do you know what? I think a wee nude sparkle. And I was like, yeah, grand, that'll do right. Like,
Amazing.
And it ended up being perfect for my wee photo.
Did you know?
So I had a strong inkling. I'm going to call myself out and call out anyone who gets engaged wearing white. I've never worn a white dress
That one,
before in
yeah.
my life, right? I packed a white sequin dress for that night away. I knew we
you
were
knew.
going on the night away. But in fairness, we had agreed for Christmas that year that we would take each other somewhere as a gift rather than getting something physical. And I'd had a particularly stressful time in work, and Ben goes, here, what about we'll go to Loch Esk at the end of January? Sure, wouldn't that be nice? I was like, great. And then there was, he held his water really, really well, and he didn't give it away. I think I was just reading into everything.
And you were waiting for it too, Jordan, which probably
I'd been
makes
waiting
you
for it from the moment we matched on Bumble.
hyper aware.
You know, I arrived wearing a white dress in the first date.
But you're right about the white dress. Like, anyone that's like, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah,
they're
with
in
the
a
perfect
full
nails.
like,
white
girl,
dress.
come on. Like, I was
Yeah.
glam. I was tan
Yeah.
glam, big, like, bushy hair, big curly hair, white sequin dress. If we hadn't got engaged, I would have looked a right tit.
Do you know one of my favourite videos is at the minute on social media? I don't know why, but like I get a real kick out of it because you feel like you're saying something you shouldn't. people that kind of know they're about to get engaged
Yes.
to, and they're nearly
Yes.
getting ready, being like, I think I'm about to get engaged, but if
Yeah.
I'm not going to post this
I love
video.
that.
Yeah.
And then they get ready, and then at the end of it, they're like, I knew it.
Oh,
And you're like,
yeah.
but then at the same time, I'm a bit sad for them because I'm like, oh, you
You
figured
knew.
it out.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I just really hoped. Now, whenever we arrived, the person checking us in was like, "Oh, and it's a very special occasion tonight."
No way.
And my
Oh,
ears pricked
shit.
up, and I was like, and Ben was like,
Uh,
"Yeah, we're here for a lovely weekend away."
What a
silly
silly
bastard.
bitch.
I know.
do you know what I had? Sorry, not Wembley, but I had the same experience whenever I was in Specsavers a few weeks ago, right?
Sorry. You got proposed to in Specsavers.
I wish I'd been wearing the glasses or would have said no. No. I was in with Winter. Winter really wanted to get walkie-talkies, and
In
not in
Specsavers?
Specsavers.
None of this is making sense.
Sorry, so we were in Specsavers getting glasses for me, and Winter wanted to get walkie-talkies. She kept asking for them all day. Can I get walkie-talkies? And I turned to the fella working in Specsavers, and I went, "You don't get walkie-talkies in Rushmere, don't you not? There's none in this shopping centre." And he went, "I'm pretty sure you can get them in Argos." And I was like,
Oh.
and the
Fucking
woman
read the room.
The woman working beside him turned to him and went, "You can tell you don't have kids."
Ugh.
Or have ever met one? And I was like, "You idiot." And Winter went, "Perfect, we'll go to Argos after here." I was like,
Ugh.
so I know like somebody just pure putting their foot in it.
Just put her foot in it.
Oh,
But then I got
shit.
up to the room and there was like loads of roses, and then Ben's so into his wine and champagne, and there was a bottle of Cristal and a bottle of Dom Perignon in the fridge, and I was like, okay, he's pulled out the big guns. So like probably cost more than the ring. So I hoped, but I didn't want to get too excited
I
either,
know.
just in case.
You're lying in bed later that night in this big fancy hotel crying, miserable.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh, it would have been the worst night of his life if he hadn't have proposed to me, let me
imagine.
tell you. But then we went down to dinner, and obviously I'm like skipping through the hotel and like showing everybody who didn't ask, like, I just got engaged. And this wee lovely waiter was like, God, you look just like her. I was like, what? And he pulled out the mask card of his deceased wife. And right enough, she had a big curly blow dry and brown hair and brown eyes. And he said to Ben, I hope you love her to the day she dies as much as I love my wife.
That is horrific.
Read the fucking room, Joe.
I didn't know whether to cry or get like.
actually went and right enough.
Sorry.
Why would he shit on your parade like that with a dead woman?
Also, I really hope I have a curly blow dry in my mask yard.
No, I know.
That'd be great. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, that's wild.
What the fuck? I don't want to say it like ruin the moment because it was quite sweet. Like it was well intentioned, but it's just not something you expect to see the night you get engaged. A mask card. I'm also a Protestant. I'd never seen a mask card. Full
Yeah.
stop.
That's lovely.
He's walking. It's like a bookmark.
Aye.
It's a bookmark for your book.
But Jordan's so good at like pretending to like smile, so she was probably like,
That's a cracker. Can I have that for a memento?
Have you copies?
can I actually frame that in my house?
You've just
That's
made
what,
the night.
that's what you should give out as favours at your wedding, is wee
Aye.
mask cards for your
Mask
curly
cards
blow dry.
of Jordan.
And beating up and be like, "This is the photograph I want to be used on my mask card, and if anyone doesn't use this photograph,
No,
they're
do you
dead."
know what? I thought about this a couple of months ago because I was listening to a true crime thing and I was like, see if I went missing and somebody used a bad photo of me, I'd be
Oh,
fucking
ripping.
raging.
As if
Yeah.
we'd let them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But then
not
also
relevant.
I
It
always
happens to me in
think
gig
as well,
posters.
I don't know if I have like an appropriate one because then I look through because someone asked me the other day for like a headshot for something. I was like, fuck. I went through my Instagram photos because that is what my headshots are. I was like, none of these are looking too professional. Either the baps are out,
Yeah.
or the legs are out, and I don't know if it would look too well on top of a coffin.
You're
I
missing
want
person
to
photo.
revert to your engagement story in 1 minute, but we haven't acknowledged your amazing hair, by the way.
I know.
Oh,
The
yeah.
hair is fire.
Little
Literally.
nails.
It's absolutely
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Thanks.
Are you used to it yet?
I think so. A few times I've like seen me from the back, like in a mirror or something, like side on, and been like,
Yeah,
who's
yeah.
that? I look different at that
But
angle.
this looks like you'd be born with that colour.
No, it looks
That
really
looks
born out of
so
your head.
natural.
So glad I've done it. I talked about it for years. Now it really needs washed because I haven't washed it from I got it done because I'm terrified. But I really, really love it.
Yeah.
I really love it, and I feel like I should have done it a long time ago.
It's
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
beautiful.
class.
No, like you suited the blonde so well too.
My
but-
sister said I just. This is Sophia, by the way, my middle sister that has absolutely no filter. She says I just look a bit more interesting, and I was like, you know what? That is actually
Fucking
the
hell.
nicest compliment she's ever given me.
Oh my god.
Because usually she'd just be like, it's all right. Where she was like, yeah, you look more interesting. I was like, boring
Take that.
bastard before, but thanks.
No, that's great. That's a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
it
love
was a compliment.
It's gorgeous.
But yeah.
We've always been interested in you, but
Yeah.
more so now with the
Yeah.
hair. Sorry, so
350,000 people on TikTok would disagree, Sophia.
your engagement story. Lay
Yeah.
on us.
So Sean and I met in Edinburgh officially, although we had sort of met briefly before that at an audition for the Galgorum for their TV ad that neither of us got. And so we properly met in Edinburgh, and again it was like you, we were like love at first sight, absolutely. Like I remember when we first kissed, I was like, fuck, I feel like I've gone blind. Like we absolutely fell in love straight away. And then so I always knew that we would get engaged in Edinburgh. I always felt like we would have to go back to Edinburgh to get engaged again. But we'd been back there 2 or 3 times since, and the whole time during the fringes that we were back, I was like, and it didn't, and then it didn't happen, and I was like, fuck you. But he was, well, he was waiting on divorce papers as well, so I think I was like, he probably wants to be officially divorced before he gets re-engaged again. I think that's the protocol.
Oh, from his past marriage, he wasn't just going into it like really, really well
Oh,
prepared.
yeah.
Like, let's get engaged, but I've already got divorce papers if you
Just
don't
in
want
case.
it.
Yeah. So what happens, we were in the Sunflower Bar on a Tuesday night. I was not doing stand-up yet. Sean was doing a stand-up show that night. It was like called like the Shane Todd Show or something for Radio Ulster. So they were doing all sets and it was recorded for the radio. Afterwards, Sean came over to me and he was like, I've booked a gig tomorrow night in the Three Sisters in Edinburgh, but I've told them that they need to fly my manager with me, and I've just pretended you're my manager. Do you want to go? And if he told me that now, I'd be like, people don't do that. They don't fly your manager around.
Aye.
But I didn't know the lay of the land of comedy back then. So I was like, yeah, I'll pretend to be your manager. We'll go to Edinburgh. But I was looking on the Facebook page for the Three Sisters, and there was no mention of a gig the next night. So I went to him and I was like, there's no gig on. Like, are you sure it's that night? And he was like, oh, it's a corporate, so it's private, so it's not published. And I was all, oh, that makes sense now. Fair play to him, he had the answer. So we flew over, and it was a really late flight. I mean, we got into Edinburgh like 9 p.m. and checked into your hotel, and Sean was like, shall we go walk up Arthur's Seat, which I have told you from a previous episode.
Is that where you threw the brick off?
Yeah.
Very dangerous.
That's
Drama.
where I went up when I was having a bad day during the Fringe this year and chucked a massive stone off, and most definitely someone's missing now because I've done that. But
The photo's nice.
the photo's nice, yeah.
Of the curly blow dry in the photo.
So we,
Fucking hell.
so we went up this hike up Arthur's Street, right? Now, by the way, rewind, because on the way to the airport, I had a, he's proposing to me. I knew immediately. I was all, oh shit, he's proposed really late. Like he told me the gig was at like midnight because it was such a late flight. I was like, why are we going so late? He was like, the gig's at midnight. And I was all, corporate gig at midnight. I just like starting to put things together, and I went, oh my god, he's proposing to me. I could not talk to him properly the rest of the time. Do you know, as if like, do you say you know a secret about something, and you're just saying words to try and cover it up to stop your brain saying the real thing? I was talking to him as if we just met, as if he was like my manager or my fucking supervisor or something. I was like, I can't be normal with this guy. I was just like, I knew this was coming up. So then anything he was saying, then I was acting as well, trying to pretend that I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was being even more stupid. So by the time we got there, I was like, how long will it take us to walk to the gig from here? And should I stand at the back? Should I even go in? Like asking stupid questions because I'm trying to act up to it. So we went a hike up this mountain really late, pitch black. By the way, nobody about. They could have just ended it all there, to be honest. We got to the top and he set up a selfie stick because there was no tripods back then. Selfie stick. I'm sure there was, but not available to like the average person to take a photograph. And it because where it was up the mountain is where we had our first date when we were at the Fringe. And we were maybe in the Fringe 3 or 4 days, and he texted me one day and he went, "Are you a vegetarian?" And I was like, "No, why?" He goes, "Oh, good, because I'm planning a barbecue for us tonight at midnight up a mountain." And immediately I was like, well, I'm getting murdered, you know. But I went anyway. I took my chances, and we sat up Arthur's Seat, this like wee mountain, had a barbecue at midnight, looking out over all the lights of the city. It was beautiful, and we like lay in a blanket there for ages, so it felt like nice to go back again. Sean was like, "Oh, we'll take a wee photograph of us standing here because this is where we had our first date." But he was filming, and then he proposed to me up there. And even though
Was it dark though? Could you see?
Pitch black.
Could you see in the camera though?
Not really. It's very fuzzy.
Needed we selfie lights.
He said he was getting a photographer to come up, but like they would be standing at the top of the mountain with a camera and a flash.
Aye.
You would have bolted.
I would have been like, what the fuck?
We're getting murdered.
Yeah, right. Do you know what I mean? Like some peeping Tom. And he was like, so I decided against it because I knew you'd be like shit scared. So so we just filmed it ourselves on our phone. But after
the photos would be Diona like
I know.
Shock.
But after he proposed to me, I should have just like not continued the acting. But I was like, so we gotta go to this gig now. And he was like, there's no gig. And I was like, what?
No way.
I continued the whole thing.
I love that.
And the whole way
Yeah.
down, and then we went back down the mountain, and we went and had like champagne in a wee bar and all, and it was lovely. And I pretended to him till last year, so talking like over a decade, I pretended to him that I never knew this was happening. And we were knee deep into like our third bottle of Prosecco one night, and I was all, "Want to hear a cigarette?" I didn't want to hurt his feelings because
Yeah.
he'd put so much effort into it. And then that one night I told him, and I wish I hadn't, because I seen his wee soul die a bit.
Oh,
Because he thought for so long, like, because obviously afterwards it's the whole like, did you have any inclination? I was like, me? No.
Yeah.
And then he's obviously so proud of himself that he got away with planning it and all. And then I knew, and I thought I'm gonna have to tell him. So I just told him, and I saw him being like, oh, I thought you might have known. And I thought, I wish it. He's like, you're such a detective when it comes to stuff. Like, nothing gets past you. I thought there's no way she doesn't know, and I felt so bad that I had told him, but. He knows now.
He got over it.
He got over it. He got over it. Yeah, but I
Bless.
I'd sent him pictures of the ring I wanted and all. Like
Aye.
for like soon after we met, I was like, listen, you're obviously going to go get an engagement ring someday. These are the shapes I like. These are the things I want.
You'd
So-
rather it be nice, to be fair, Kieran. I'll not be getting proposed to anytime soon. But Kieran did say, he was like, I want you to be completely surprised when it happens.
Yeah.
So like, I'm saying this could be 5 years time, but I want you to be really, really surprised. So you're going to need to tell me, because I don't know anything about rings.
Yeah.
So me and my friends going over to London just to,
Look at
we
rings.
don't need to go to London, like, but we're just going to make a trip out of
Go
it.
for the crack.
Because I wouldn't have a clue. Like, I can look at your ring and say, that's beautiful. But I do know that everyone's ring looks different on everyone's fingers.
Finger.
And
Yeah.
if you've lanky fingers, if you've
Yeah.
stubby fingers. So you
Did
have to know
you-
what you like.
Had you given Ben any sort of guidance? No, he did
He did a great
belter
job, but I
like-
have really short hands, but I also have webbed fingers, right? Guys.
What do you mean?
So I have
Like a duck?
extra skin here.
ducks don't
Let
have
me see.
fingers.
Can you see? Like,
Everyone
see there?
has that.
Like I have like a wee.
Let me
so
see.
my fingers are wild
my
short.
Oh, they're yeah.
My hands
yeah.
are tiny,
You're
right?
webbed.
So when they're webbed, there's
So
like
Spider Woman.
there's like extra bits in here. But whenever I try anyone else's engagement ring on, I'd be like, fuck, it looks massive, or like it looks like weird in my hand because my hand's so small. And then I tried on his sister's engagement ring, and it's the only ring that's ever fitted me. Ever.
Okay.
So whenever we tried it on, we both went, oh my God, it fits, because she was the same. She's like, oh, my ring is always too small for everybody. So then that's how he knew my ring size.
Amazing.
Was the same as hers.
Smart.
And then whenever we'd be watching TikToks or whatever, because obviously my For You page is all wet and stuff anyway because of the makeup. So I'd be like, oh, her ring's lovely. And he'd be like, aye. Like, he literally doesn't react.
But he obviously was taking it
But
in.
obviously he was putting it in his wee brain. So he'd been looking at
His wee
rings
brain.
from Christmas time.
Ah,
I was waiting for a time to do it.
We were talking this morning whenever we were in walk-in wardrobe getting kitted out with the gorgeous outfits that we're all wearing today, by the way. We absolutely buzz off getting a wee juke to walk-in wardrobe.
We do.
And
I love that we
we
like
did
we're all
say
going
we
to
all
different places.
different places.
yeah, but that's it.
It's iconic.
Caters for all.
Yeah.
But we were talking about eternity rings.
Yes.
Because I have an eternity ring. Do you have an eternity ring, Jordan, or do you have any notion for one?
At what point
Not
do you
at
get
all,
an
no.
eternity ring? I thought it was 10 years.
I thought it was after you had a baby.
I think it's whenever. I think,
oh.
or never. The only person I know who wears one's my ma, so
Yeah,
I
my
felt
mum
like that
wear-
was normal to get one. But maybe that's an older generation
Yeah.
thing, because none of my friends
Then
would
I
have
think
one.
they look nice when they're done right, with a nice wee stack
Like a
when
wee
it's done
stack.
right.
Yeah.
I do.
But I
think
got
they look
mine
nice.
when I had winter. But I just thought that was the thing you were supposed to do, because my mommy told me that she got hers when she had my brother.
I think it's like a
Aye.
reward for pushing a child out
Yeah,
of your body.
push present.
Yeah.
Fair.
What did I get for my Rocky push present? I can't remember.
Like a mix.
But yes,
An Easter egg.
a pick a mix stand.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, I remember sending him a thing going, that's my push present, by the way, send that to me. Maybe a watch? I can't remember. Oh no, I got him a push present. What?
What?
What he push?
I remember.
The door open.
Here, did you buy, I hope he's not listening, have you bought Ben an engagement present?
No, not yet.
Because when my best friend
Do
got
not.
engaged,
Are
she
you
came
meant
to me
to?
and she went, after our engagement, I bought him a lovely watch because he had got me the ring. And I was like, oh, I don't know anyone who's
Are
done
you
that.
meant? I've never. Heard.
was like, are you
Absolutely
meant to do
not.
that?
No, I don't think it's a thing, but I know one person who got her fella an engagement
I
present.
think it is
Aye.
quite a nice thing.
It is a nice thing.
No.
Our anniversary's coming up
Men
too.
get
so I'm
everything.
like,
You could joint
you
it.
could do a wee joint.
Kieran asked me one time, because he doesn't really see the appeal in rings. He told me, he says, I just don't really get the appeal of rings, they're pointless. But he has a real thing for watches. If I was to buy him a watch and it wasn't for a reason, same with me, it means nothing. So he likes, like, he bought me a watch when he first moved to Australia, and like just meaningful things. And he asked me one time, if we get married, can I propose to you with a watch? And I was like, Are you?
Watch me say no.
For
Absolutely
real?
not.
This is like an episode of Don't Tell the Bride, where he's like, and then can I make your face into a clockhead? And can
I would pay
But he did
money.
say he was
Olivia.
kind of like, oh god, just mean like I think watches are more meaningful, and I was like, you can get me a watch as well.
Just for
They're not more
something.
meaningful.
As
They're
a
more
bonus.
practical. Like it's useful.
He
but
finds them meaningful. He just likes a watch.
think
He
that's
just
the
well, then
likes
you should get him a
watches.
watch then. Just
He
like,
already has enough watches.
yeah, fair enough.
no, I don't think men should get a present at all whenever you get engaged. I think it's like one of the few things that women get over men. We get a ring. Like men
That is
get
true.
That's
absolutely
true,
So
every
you
other
totally
benefit in
against
society.
a woman proposing to a man?
Not totally against it. Like it's different strokes for different folks. Do what you want. But I think if a man has decided to propose to you, he can't be
Don't
like,
expect-
and where's my present?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely batshit. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You had to get me.
To expect it. Think of the thousands of pounds we spend additional to a man on
Yeah.
just maintaining ourselves.
Just
living.
Just
what it
trying to
was.
live.
When I had Winter and Sean got me that, I got him a watch from Winter. So I got
Oh,
engraved
yeah,
in the
like a-
back being like, to Daddy from Winter, which
Yeah,
is
that's
so
so kind of her.
So when I was like,
For a
I
bit of
know.
Winter.
And it's funny too, because whenever we had Rocky, you meant to do that thing where you buy the first child a gift from the
Yes,
second
that's
one to
right.
bring them in. So I got her, she's not even into babies and like dolls and stuff, but I bought her like dolls and a wee bath thing and a wee like, what do you call it, a pram and all for her wee doll. And I was like, Rocky got you that? And she was like, he's not even out. And she was like, she's like, where's his Amazon account? Like, she just like, she's so ahead of herself. She was like, he doesn't even have a job. You know, she just knew. And I was like, fine, we bought you it then. Like, oh, she'll come for me.
I really did buy my brother the gift that he was given when I
Did
came
you?
out. No, I was
Oh,
a
okay.
newborn. It's just a
Okay.
wee joke.
No,
Sorry
it's
about
alright.
that. But yes,
Delivered so badly.
I got him a truck. That's what it was. And I was
Wow.
like, oh, wee Jordan
I
got you
didn't know
that.
that was a thing.
Yeah,
that's
it's to help
cute.
integrate them. There's loads of stuff like you're not supposed to be holding the newborn when the second one sees the newborn because they're that's their arms for,
That's
you know.
logical.
So you had to put the baby down and bring
Let
the new
them-
and put the older one in your arms to look at the new baby. It's all these wee tiny
Wee
psychological things that the baby
Interesting.
I
doesn't
was
feel put out.
pissed when I see my brother for the first time.
You shouldn't have been drinking at that age.
I was
I was thinking, yeah.
I'm
I
gonna
was
have
like,
to ask my mum.
who is that?
Did I get Sophia and Madison presents? I feel like I didn't. I was actually like secondary school when Madison.
You
was born, I
probably
don't recall.
would have got Sophia, but by the time it came to, they were just like, whatever.
Aye.
When it came to Madison, they were like,
But
whatever.
then Madison's a different daddy, so she's
Aye.
the first. She was my stepdad's first baby, so she was
maybe.
like, yeah,
So she wasn't getting you a gift.
she was special. It was just like another wee.
We're going to get you half a gift.
Fucking hell. We have some stories from our lovely listeners about
Yes.
What time are we on here? We've been going for quite a while, haven't we? Yeah. Yeah, we'll do one wee story
yeah, we'll
before we
do
finish
one.
up, will we?
yes, okay, let's do one story. Do you want to go or will I go?
What's yours about?
Mine is a bad story. Like it's got a little plot twist.
Let's do the plot
let's do the
twist.
plot
twist her up.
Okay, so obviously, like we have all had very nice engagement experiences.
Yeah.
This message has come in. Says I got engaged in Gdansk. That's a hard
That's
word
what
to
I had
say,
screenshot as well.
Gdansk. Unreal.
No way.
Great mind.
Same one.
In Poland. On our first night there, it was such a gorgeous surprise. I had no idea. We decided to go out for a lovely slap-up meal. Really nice place for dinner. Ended up with the worst food poisoning of my entire life. I literally lost half a stone in 4 days. I could not leave the bathroom. He saw it all in those 4 days. Literally had to go and throw my underwear for me in the bin downstairs. Couldn't get out of bed. Never got seeing any of the city. At day 2, poor guy had to Google Translate diarrhea relief and take it to the chemist, where they still had no idea what he was talking about. So he had to mime the actions of diarrhea and being sick to the chemist full of locals. God love me, ended up just spending the 4 days rewatching Lord of the Rings extra loud at my request due to the close proximity of the toilet in the small apartment we were staying in. I'm surprised he wanted to continue the engagement after all that, but here we are, married 5 years.
I think that's a brilliant
love her.
basis.
Imagine how
Oh, I chose he's definitely a keeper.
well, fair
but
play to him
that's
planning
dramatic.
it for night 1, because if he'd have been waiting to do it on night 2 or 3 and she's shitting herself silly,
Oh yeah,
Yeah, right now.
do you know what I mean?
just knocking through the door while she's
Yeah.
shitting her guts.
Throwing it underneath the toilet door, just sliding it in.
I know we have to get to the airport and you're not doing too well in there, but I've a wee ring for you. Just
Yeah.
no rush there.
Here, where's
God
your
love
ring
her.
stinging? Here's a new ring.
But you know what it's like, the way we said it leading up to a wedding on a previous episode, we're like, you kind of hope that you get sick like the week before, because then you have it in your head, it'll be healthy.
Yeah.
At least you've had the shits in your engagement, not the wedding.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's
I think
after
if it
so-
happened at my engagement, there's no way I'm going to have the shits at my wedding.
You'd be
Yeah.
twice struck like with bad luck if that happened.
And
Shit.
she got the engagement too.
That's it.
Like, it
And
happened.
she lost half a stone in 4 days.
I mean,
If anything,
wet
she really
ready.
won.
She
Came
really
home looking well.
yeah. The rest of us we all pegged out after we got engaged.
I know.
Well, that's it for this week. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining us once again, and shout out to the Walk-In Wardrobe for dressing us. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Let us know your engagement stories in the comments below too. If you
Yes.
have a fun engagement story or an awful engagement story or an engagement that didn't go ahead story, let
Yeah.
us know in the comments below.
See you next week. Bye.
Love you.
Bye.